I mean, I don't have a sign walking around the street. I read books.
You get to give your opinion on when the bus is gonna leave?
Oh yeah.
Yo, that is power. Oh, we are so back. And by we, I mean the Jackie Redmond Show. We are kicking off a brand new season right here in Vegas at the NHL Player Media Tour, where I had the chance to sit down with not one, but two NHL captains. Take a look.
Here's Hughes attacking from the side. He shoots, he scores!
We are here with reigning Norris Trophy winner and captain of the Vancouver Canucks, Mr. Quinn Hughes. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
You dressed up for the occasion. I appreciate it. I did not.
That's the plan.
How was your summer?
It was
What did
good.
you do?
Right at the start of summer, a couple of my best buddies and my brothers went to New York, saw a concert, went to Yankees game, and just had some fun in New York.
Okay,
and
just
then,
friends weekend.
Yeah, we had a weekend in the Hamptons for the 4th of July, which was really fun.
Okay.
I guess I should throw in winning the Norris. That was a fun couple days. And then about 2-3 weeks ago, we did a little golf trip, me and my dad, my brother, and those are fun too.
Where'd you go for the golf trip?
Northern Michigan.
Okay.
Played at Arcadia.
Now, how long do you normally just let yourself relax and have fun and hang out with the family before you get back into training mode?
I took, I don't know, 8 or 9 weeks this year, just because I think there's a lot of people that just work to work, and they're working super hard, but you're peaking in June or whatnot, and it's hard to be able to do that for the entire summer, and I think sometimes less is more. Everything's for a reason. It's very precise, and it's not just working to working, and I find that's the best way to go about it. So
when did you figure out what works for you in terms of getting to your peak performance at the right time? How long did that take you? I imagine that takes years.
I will say I got some great people around me. I got a great trainer. My dad runs our skates in Michigan, which is really fun, and I just feel like over the last couple of years, you learn what works for you, and I came in the league at 19. Now I'm going to be 25 in October. So
what? You're 25 already?
Yeah, it's just after every summer I come back and I feel like I've gained on someone.
Yeah.
And I do put in a lot of work in the summer, but it's also a balance.
So during the season, if you start to feel like you need a mental reset, because I'm sure it's a long season, right? How do you kind of turn off your brain when you're dealing with the kind of ebbs and flows of a season?
Yeah, well, I will say you don't really have a chance to turn your brain off. That's why in the summer I like to take that time off. But in the season, I will say I try to get away from my phone. I read a lot of books. But you're always on,
Yeah.
You're always thinking, oh, I'm playing
that.
the next night or.
So what type of books do you read? What kind of books do you like?
I'll read anything. I'll read biographies, historical fiction's probably my favorite.
Okay.
Fiction. I probably read 30 books last year, so I'm.
What was your
all over
favorite book that you read last year during the season?
My favorite book was Cain and Abel.
Okay.
Do you know it?
I know the story, but I did not read it. I didn't read it, no.
Yeah, that was a good one, but I read a lot of great books.
Does anybody on your team, do you have a book club? Is that something you would ever do? Or is this just a Quinn Hughes thing?
My brother Jack reads a ton. He reads maybe more than me.
Okay.
So we'll talk about what we're reading or say hey, this book was sick and stuff like that. But no, I can't say anyone else on the team reads like that, no.
So growing up, how in school they would have those book reading contests where it's whoever could read the most books.
That wasn't me.
It wasn't? Okay, no. So this is a development later on.
I think this is just how many movies and how many TV shows can you watch, And it's nice to just, like I said, turn your phone off, read a book, and then, you go to bed a little bit easier than being stimulated on your phone.
Okay, I love that. I didn't know that about you. Is that out there that you love to read?
I mean, I don't have a sign walking around the street. I read books,
don't know.
But
I don't know.
I know.
If you've talked about it in an interview before.
If someone asks me, I have no problem saying hey, yeah, I'll read some books.
So what's next on your list?
I have a ton of books to read. Let me think. It's tough to read in the summer because you want to be outside doing stuff. You want to be golfing and on the water or whatnot. But
you could always just take a book out onto
my grandfather sent me a couple, but yeah.
Okay, nice.
When I do.
Have you ever read any autobiographies on athletes?
Tons. Andre Agassi, do you know?
Okay, of course, yeah.
That was a great book, actually.
I've heard that book is really good.
He was so open, which was cool. I read The Ride of a Lifetime. He's not an athlete, but that's the CEO of Disney, which I like. It's just I grew up on Marvel and different things, so that was a cool book. Matthew McConaughey, who I just saw in the Big House
I read
last
his,
weekend.
yeah.
He's good.
So I came into this wanting to talk to you about being a captain, but then you got me with the reading thing, and we've kind of gone down that tangent. But you're a captain in the NHL, and it's fascinating to me because you guys get asked all the time about leadership and being a captain and what it means. But it's very rare, I think, that you guys talk about like what that day-to-day is actually like. Like, how does your role on a team change in a way once you start wearing the C? Like, what are some of the things that you do now that you didn't have to do before?
Yeah, really good question. It's like, it's always changing, you know, and I'm always trying to learn and get better at it and what I need to do to make sure that, I would say, one, we're ready as a team, two, everyone feels comfortable being themselves, and also on a personal basis, just do what I do and try to have people follow through that example.
What's talk like to deal with? I imagine you guys have a lot of one-on-one conversations.
He's great. He's the best. He's my favorite coach ever, and he's
Your whole life?
yeah, probably.
Wow.
He's just a great coach. He's a great person. Cares about his players, and it's not like, you know, I'm the coach. You do whatever I say. He's very open to negotiation. He wants to talk
Yeah.
things through. He wants to get on the same page. Which
So
I
he's like collaborative.
Yeah, for
if
sure.
you will.
Absolutely.
So if you get a message from Talk, and I know Talk a little bit from working at TNT, and it's not about the team, it's not about hockey, like what is it most likely about if you're having a conversation with him?
I don't know. Well, it's hard. He loves
Does Talk
hockey.
read?
He's hockey. Yeah, I don't know. He does the audiobook, but I don't like that because it's like whenever you have an audiobook, someone else is like, you're doing something else and you're never really
Yeah.
paying attention, but he'll be like, yeah, audiobook.
He'll be
you
like,
know?
yeah, that Agassi book was so good.
Yeah.
You're like, you didn't even read
Yeah,
it.
no, but he's great. I mean, we'll talk. I don't know if I've ever met anyone that loves the game as much as him, so he's always talking
Really?
about hockey. So to go back to your question, we don't have a lot of conversations not about hockey, but that's just how I like it too.
Did I go the whole 3 minutes?
It's only a 3-minute interview?
No, but I
Oh.
challenged myself to go 3 minutes in this interview without bringing up Jack or Luke.
Oh, wow.
I was like, how far can we go into this interview without bringing up your brothers? Because I imagine that you talk about them all the time,
3
which
minutes.
is nice.
Yeah.
3 minutes is pretty good,
No,
right?
I mean, I don't get tired of people asking me about my brothers. I love my brothers. It's when people are like trying to put us against each other.
Okay, so who is the best athlete? No, I'm just
Exactly like that. Stuff like
I
that.
didn't mean it. It was a
But-
joke. It was a joke. But you guys did grace the cover, EA Sports cover boys now, right?
Yeah.
So who was the most into video games, let's say, growing up?
We all were. I mean,
Yeah.
we actually didn't have like a PlayStation until we were like 13, 14. Our parents
Really?
like didn't like that stuff. But then when we got one, we all just, we'd play. Not
Yeah.
too much. We were outside a lot.
You guys get competitive with that type of stuff? Anytime you guys are competing at anything?
Like mildly competitive. It's not like anyone's throwing a remote or anything, but
Okay. All right, I got to ask you about Four Nations, obviously representing your country, and just kind of how excited you are for that.
it's going to be really exciting. We haven't had something like that. The game hasn't had something like that. I've never been a part of something like that. And I'm really glad they're doing it in February where everyone's game should be at top notch halfway through the season. It's going to be a great opportunity, great experience. Had a lot of hockey between now and then,
Sure.
but when the time comes, I know I'm going to be really excited.
Listen, I appreciate the time. Congratulations on the Norris, well deserved. You were a pleasure to watch last year. We're going to wrap this up with some rapid fire questions. Is that cool? This is
Cool.
the real nonsense of the interview.
Perfect.
Okay. What's your biggest passion that's not hockey? Is it reading?
No. Probably hanging with friends and
Okay.
just like having fun.
What's something that you're not good at?
Something I'm not good
Yeah.
at drawing, terrible at drawing.
Terrible drawer. So you
Yeah.
couldn't draw the Canucks logo.
No.
Those segments that people do, you would be terrible.
No, I'm glad they didn't do it this year.
I'll save it for next year. I'll show up with a whiteboard for you. Okay, who on your team is most likely to get lost on the road?
Get lost?
Yeah, get lost.
I feel like Hogland, but I will say
You're such a good person.
No, but I'm gonna explain myself. He is literally from a town in Sweden with like 15 people.
1-5.
1-5, like grocery store 2 hours away. Like, so to wrap this up, I know he's gotten lost before when he came to Vancouver. So that's why. Probably not anymore, but
Okay, I need to interview him now. I'm fascinated
You
by where
absolutely should.
where he's from. Okay, last question. Most annoying question you always get asked.
you already know it. Tell them.
All right, I'm gonna tell them for you, okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
PSA, Quinn does not want to be compare himself to his brothers or be asked who is the fastest skater, because who cares?
That's exactly
Who
right.
cares who's the fastest skater except at All-Star Week when that's the point, right?
Exactly.
There, I said it for you. So let's cut it.
Nick Suzuki! Rebound Suzuki, he scores! Suzuki wins it from deep near the goal line.
Mr. Suzuki, captain of the Montreal Canadiens, how the heck are you? How was your summer?
Doing good. Summer was really nice.
What was your, if you gave me like your top 3 highlights from the summer, what would they be? Like give me your podium.
My top 3?
Yeah.
Got engaged.
Oh, congrats.
Thanks. Yeah. Went to Europe for 3 weeks.
Okay.
And then got to golf.
Okay, so where in Europe did you go? I'll start there.
It was, in Italy, all over the place, and then Dublin.
Okay, so you ate your way through Italy and then went to Dublin. Why those 2 places?
I had 2 weddings in Italy I had to attend, and then one
had
wedding.
to. Oh.
Not had to. They were a good time. It was a good
I'm
time.
just joking.
And then another wedding in Ireland.
The engagement, congratulations. Can I ask how you proposed? Like, do you have
Sure.
a good proposal story?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Had to sneak the ring down. We went to the Dominican. I was pretty stressed going through the airport and everything with that. So I hid it in the hotel room. I was able to set up a little something on the beach. So
Okay.
yeah,
Do you think she saw it coming, or was she totally surprised?
She was surprised.
Okay.
I made it pretty clear that wasn't going to happen on the trip. And then, yeah.
How does
surprised
one
like
make it clear that it's not happening on the trip? Just like, don't get your hopes up. It's not. We're not ready. We're not doing it yet.
Yeah. It took some
I
convincing.
love that.
Yeah.
That's like heel. Like I work in WWE. That's like heel work. That's like,
Yeah.
all right, I am totally gonna swerve this woman that I love so much, but it's worth it. What was
Yeah.
her reaction?
Yeah, she was shocked.
Yeah.
So I wanted that. I didn't want her to know anything. So,
Yeah, surprises are good.
It worked, yeah.
I'm glad she said yes. Congratulations. You obviously had a really good summer. What are you excited about going into a new season with the Montreal Canadiens?
I'm excited about everything. New guys, getting the guys back from injury. Hopefully winning more hockey games. So yeah.
All right, well, I know you've talked about this a lot. This is not your first season as the captain of the Montreal Canadiens, but you're the captain of the Montreal freaking Canadiens. Like, that is so cool, such a storied franchise. How has it changed you since you got the seat? Do you think it's changed you at all?
I hope not. I just want to be myself.
Yeah.
That was probably the biggest thing. Shea Weber told me was just stay true to yourself, and
Sure.
you don't get named captain for someone that they want you to be in the future. They get named captain for who you are right now, and I just try to do everything that I can to lead the team properly.
What are some of the things that you do that maybe people don't even realize? It's just part of like your day-to-day. Like, what is it to be a captain aside from obviously being a solid leader?
Yeah, definitely a lot more conversations with the coaches.
Okay.
You get pretty tight with them. It's a lot more off the ice stuff, like making decisions of when we leave the arena, when we're going
you
different
get
places.
to give your opinion on when you guys should, like when the bus is gonna leave?
Oh yeah.
Yo, that is power.
Yeah.
So what is your preferred bus departure time?
We usually leave like probably 2.5 hours before from the hotel.
Okay.
So I kind of get to control. We have 2 buses, so there's an
Okay.
early and a later bus. So when we leave the rink, it's kind of pretty fast. So
Okay, I
yeah.
imagine that's like a topic that people are passionate about on teams, about
Yeah.
like when the bus leaves.
Some guys want to leave right away, and some guys want to take their time. So you gotta
Okay.
balance it.
Nice, and you just get to be like, these are the times.
Yeah,
And they're gonna
exactly.
work
They'll
for,
work with it,
for
yeah.
most of us.
Yeah.
Are you in a group chat with your coaching staff? Like, is that a thing?
Not the full coaches, but yeah.
Okay,
we'll-
just you and Marty, no
me
big
and Marty
deal.
will talk, yeah.
What is he like? If Martin St. Louis sends you a text on any given night, you're at home, you're chilling with your fiance, you're hanging out, you get a text from Marty St. Louis. What is most likely the subject matter, and are there emojis?
He's not much of a texter. He's more of a, hey, call me. So,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. How do you like that? Like, how do you enjoy sort of having that relationship with someone like Martin St. Louis, who has a career that obviously speaks for itself, and now, you guys are sort of bouncing ideas off each other, and I assume he checks in with you about kind of just the nature of the team. How are guys doing?
Yeah, exactly. He was a captain, so it's just easy to talk to him. It's like almost talking to an older player in the way. So, he's been through it all as a player and really feels what the team's going through, what players are going through. So, yeah, he's asking me how guys are feeling, how the group's feeling. So
Yeah.
and it's nice to be able to give that feedback to him.
What do you think his pet peeve is as a coach? Like, what do you
Pet
think is
peeve?
one thing where you're like, oh, Marty's not gonna like that, or Marty's gonna like jokingly about just like things that maybe are his pet peeves?
It's probably every coach, but guys make mistakes the same mistake over again.
Okay.
You don't want to do that. Yeah.
Make it once and then learn from it. But
Yeah.
if you keep making it over and over,
Yeah, it's
now
not gonna
he's
be great.
like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's fair. Since becoming the captain of the Montreal Canadiens, who's like the coolest person that's reached out to you from like Montreal Canadiens lore, if you will?
We have a lot of like alumni that are around. So
Yeah.
Yvon Cornway is always around. But someone we got to meet last year was Celine Dion.
To make our 2024 first selection, Celine Dion.
Ivan Demidov.
Did you talk to her?
Yeah. We had a good
What did you guys
conversation.
talk about? I
She
am
just
so
loves the team.
intrigued.
Yeah, she loves
Okay.
the team. She's just cheering us on. We didn't get to really say much. Like,
Yeah.
she was talking a lot, and we were just listening to her. So
Yeah.
it was cool to meet her. My mom's a huge fan, and she was pretty jealous that I got to meet her.
That's pretty cool. So what do you think is the best and hardest part about being a captain in the NHL?
I think the best part would be, just having, people rely on you to, be a leader. I think it's cool to be especially in Montreal,
Yeah.
be in a city where the team means so much, and the captain obviously is a huge honor. So I think that's the coolest part, and the hardest part is probably learning how to make decisions on my own off the ice, just for scheduling and stuff like that.
Learning French, maybe?
Learning French, yeah, that's fun, but.
Well, actually, your Tim Hortons commercial, you were like in an elite class.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to think about how many NHLers have actually received the honor of being in a Tim Hortons commercial. And it's like Sidney Crosby and Nathan McKinnon.
Yeah, I know.
And you. Like, that's the trifecta.
Yeah, growing up,
commercial.
that was like a goal of mine, kind of.
Really?
I love Tim. Yeah, Tim Hortons has been a staple for me.
So what's your order?
A medium ice cap has been mine. I try to cut it down during the season. but,
Understandably
yeah,
so.
Ice caps are, guilty pleasure.
Okay, donuts, bagels, or just the coffee?
Yeah, honey cruller.
Okay.
Yeah, and then another one, it's not great for you, but farmer's wrap.
Oh, is that the one that has like the hash brown in it?
Yeah, hash brown,
Oh, yeah,
sausage.
I've seen that.
egg.
I've not tried
Yeah,
it.
It's delicious, but probably not the healthiest option.
Listen, Tim Hortons loves this right
Yeah.
now. They're like, we're gonna put you in another commercial, placing your order. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up. I do appreciate the time. Congratulations on all of your success. I can't believe you've been in the league 5
It's my-
years.
Yeah, 6th year coming up.
It's crazy. Time
Yeah.
flies. All right, are
Yeah.
you down for some rapid fire before we let you go?
Yeah.
Okay. Biggest passion that's not hockey.
Golf, probably.
Okay, what's something you're bad at? Something you're not good at? You're obviously
Pickleball.
You're not good at
No,
pickleball.
I suck. Racket sports aren't my thing. I don't
Okay,
know why. I gotta get better at it though.
I wish you were into pickleball because I could do a whole
I'm
interview.
into it, but I'm just not great right now.
You just gotta get some reps in.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
You know how that goes. Okay, last movie or show to make you cry,
Oof.
if any.
Make me cry?
Yeah. Or are you not a crier?
I'm not a big crier.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wish your fiance was here so I could confirm with her. Person on your team most likely to go out for Halloween is Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
I'd say Brendan Gallagher and his wife.
Okay. Most likely to get lost on the road.
Slav and Arbor
Most annoying question you always get asked.
that I always get asked.
Yeah.
How many goals is Cole gonna score this year?
Just Cole questions in general,
Yeah,
maybe? Yeah.
from me,
Do you have
so.
canned answers ready when people ask about him?
Yeah, he's gonna get 40.
Okay, he's gonna hit the big 4-0. What's your favorite Martyism? Like something Martin St. Louis says all the time that you love?
He says this a lot to the media and to us, but he says, you can't play your game, you have to play the game. So,
Okay.
Which means you have to let the game come to you and react off that. You can't just have a set plan of what's gonna happen. You gotta
Alright.
feel the game out.
Who's the strongest on the team?
Matheson or Pizzetta?
Do you guys have competitions ever?
I
Does it get competitive in the weight room?
The strong guys have competitions, but
Are you saying you don't compete in the gym?
not
Ish?
We got like pull-up tests and stuff, but I'm not great at pull-ups, so some guys care about it.
Pull-ups
a lot
are the
more.
worst.
Yeah.
Okay, what is your biggest goal for this year? Personal goal.
Personal goal?
Yeah.
I'd like to get to like point a game.
I think that's a great goal. Thank you for this. Good
Yeah,
luck
no
this
problem.
season,
Yeah,
and
thank you.
congrats on the engagement and all the traveling and everything else.
Thanks.
All right, we are so done with this episode. Big shout out to the Canucks and the Canadiens for hooking us up with a couple of big time captains in the NHL. I still can't believe that Nick Suzuki gets to set bus times. That, my friends, is the level of power I can only hope to one day aspire to. And Quinn Hughes reading 30 books in one season. I haven't read 30 books in the last 3 years, so I'm gonna go work on that. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.